got gooped the house. They played me, full on played me. Like if I... So as you can tell by the title, I got scammed. You know, this is what I get for trying to buy something for myself for Christmas, during Christmas. So not that long ago, I would say in the beginning of December, I found this ad. So you may have seen this ad or something similar on your Instagram stories. This one is from Luxury Warehouse. It was sponsored. You see it says 55% off ZOEVA. And you guys, I always wanted ZOEVA brushes, so I was so excited. I was like blinded, you know, because I should have known. I've actually played myself in this whole thing. But yeah, so it said 55% off ZOEVA brushes. And I was like, hell yes, that's such a great deal. So I went online, went to their website, and I like really didn't see anything that was like alarming. It was just like everything was 55% off. I thought it was something like Beautylish or I don't know, Morphe, where they have a bunch of different things, Violet Voss, you know. So I thought like, hell yeah, I'm gonna get a good deal. So I went and I spent like $160 for the Rose Gold Volume 2 set. So this is the one that I ordered. It was the ZOEVA Makeup Artist Zoe Bag Rose Gold Volume 1. This is a bad picture of it, but as you can see, it was supposed to have the bag that has ZOEVA on it and all of the brushes. First of all, it took almost a month to get here. My mom asked me, did you get drugs sent to you? Or it looks like a bomb. I came home and it was like in this, well, this is the bag. It was wrapped like this, duct taped, completely duct tape and black duct tape, and then wrapped around in tan duct tape. Like this, no box, no nothing. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, are you kidding me? I was like, I cannot believe this is happening. I was like, I got fucking scammed. I knew it right then that it wasn't ZOEVA brushes. I should have known it earlier. I cut out the postal notes. As you can see, it's like from China here. And this is the duct tape that was behind it. So I couldn't get it off, so I just cut it. So that was my first like red flag. Second, I go in my room and I was like, maybe, who knows? Like, who knows what could happen? Maybe they're good, maybe they're right. So I open the bag. The first thing that goes off in my head is, where's the logo? It's supposed to say ZOEVA on the bag itself. It is a beautiful bag, like I could actually use it, but it's just not real. Like the zipper is so hard to open. So in the center, you have all the brushes, the ZOEVA brushes. They did come in like a rubber band or something with all of them there. And I kind of know, I had like high hopes, I was excited, and then I was so disappointed. So here are all the brushes. I did contact the company. They said that they were trying to process me a return. Like, first of all, it took them weeks to get back to me. Then they said they were gonna process a return for me, that they already tried to process a return. I was like, that's not the case. I spoke to my bank. They didn't try anything. And then finally, like this month, I got part of my refund back, not even the full thing. So you can imagine me like upset. So I felt the need to warn you guys, let you know like, hey, there is this going around. Be careful, always do your research. Don't be like me. So today I figured, let's test out some fake brushes. So here I do have the fake rose gold ZOEVA brush set. They looked really nice and pretty, but I don't know. You guys be very careful when you're ordering online. So when you pull them out, they all come with this like plastic thing on them. So they all say ZOEVA over here, and then it tells you the number and then what kind of brush it is. So this is the buffer brush. It's really soft, but you can already tell there's hair sticking out. Like over here on this side, you can see a hair right there. Yeah, it just came out. I probably should have washed these before I use them and put them on my face, but I ain't got no time. I have to get ready for work right now, so I'm just gonna get ready using these brushes, test them out, and we're gonna see if these synthetic fake ass brushes are useful at all, if you got gooped like I did. I just don't think that they should use their name. That's my only problem with them. There are a lot of knockoff brushes that people buy. I just don't know how they can get away with doing this, like complete copies of their brushes, their product. So I'm kind of in a rush, so my skin is already prepped and primed. Today for my foundations, I'm going to be using Maybelline Matte and Poreless and then the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. The Maybelline is a little dark for me right now. I don't know why, I just can't hold on to color. I even just came back from Florida and I'm still like pale as hell. Okay, so I just mixed those up. I don't know what brush to use. I think I'm going to go in with the 104 brush and see how that goes. I do have some foundation on my hand. So I'm just using whatever was there. Normally when I use flat top kabukis, I usually just like stipple it on. What do you guys think? I only like concealed around my mouth. I left like around my face bare so you could really see my skin and see how everything performs. I just took a little on the brush. So I'll stipple everywhere like this. And then when I get to like my nose head. When I get to my nose and my forehead, I kind of just, that's when I buff. I'm just gonna take a little bit more of that and then take it down my neck, because like I said, I'm not matching my color right now. Making sure we're seamless. So to me, I don't know guys, it looks pretty good. I'm just gonna go over with my Real Technique sponge and I'm just gonna press over it. I just don't want any excess product left over because I felt like it did give me really good coverage, but there was like a slight layer of like something left over. But it's looking really good. Shit. I was kind of hoping that'd be horrible. Okay, so for concealer, I'm gonna go in with my Tarte Shape Tape in medium. I'm just gonna do what I normally do. So start like underneath my eye, underneath this eye, I go down the center of my nose, and then on my forehead, my upper lip, and then my chin. So for concealer, they do have the 142 concealer brush. I normally only use my beauty blender, so let's see how it goes. I'm nervous. I'm just lightly buffing. I'm not really worried about the center of my face because it's like nothing major. I'm worried about my under eyes, so that's what I care most about. So far this is doing a pretty good job. I don't like the little streak marks that it's giving, but it blends it out pretty well. I'm actually really impressed. But here's the real test, is the under eye. Let's see. I'm gonna start off on the outside first. Sweeping it back. I always take it back. Wow. I feel bad for almost liking it. So I got that to blend out pretty well. I am gonna just go back with my beauty blender and do the same, like soak up any excess product so it doesn't crease. I do have creasing under eyes now. I used to not, but I'm getting old. So for me, that looks pretty good. Blended it out okay. Not so much at the end, but I'm liking this combo. Oh man, I forgot I wanted to blend that out with the other side. Oops. So for this brush, I actually like it. For the center of my face, it did it pretty well. I just always just prefer a sponge just so it soaks up any excess product and you really get that flawless like airbrush look. Normally I do bake underneath my eye. I do like to use a sponge for that, but we're gonna try one of these. Let's try this one. It's the Luxe Powder Finish. I don't know how I like this. But all the other brushes are too big, so I'm just gonna go in with this brush here. And I'm gonna take, this is Patrick's Powder from MAC. And I'm gonna try to do my makeup like how I normally would do it. So that's why I'm baking. Typically you wouldn't bake with a brush like this. You would use a sponge or like one of the flat sponges, a wedge sponge would probably be better. But this isn't bad. It's just small. Okay, so, woo. So I have two brushes here to set the rest of my face. So this is the 101 Face Definer brush, and then I have the 90 Ground Powder brush. So I don't know, I kind of want to use this for bronzer, or this for bronzer. Let's use this. This is the Lux Face Define. Oh no, I want to use this for bronzer. I'm going to be using the 90 Luxe powder. I'm going to go in with my Bare Minerals Pro powder. It's in the shade 18 Pecan. I mean, it's a powder brush. Okay, so next I would typically contour. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I've been using this a lot lately to contour. I just need more refills of my other stuff, so this is what I've been using on my off time. This is the BH Cosmetics Pressed Powder in the shade 240. So we're gonna use that today. You guys, I don't like anything here to contour with. This is the 126 Luxe Cheek Finish. So it looks like this. It's just a powder brush with a thin, what is this, face paint. I feel like that would be too harsh. I do have an angled brush. This is the 127 Luxe Sheer brush, but it's very thin. It's sheer. So I don't know. Let's use this. This is the 110 Face Shape brush. Oh. That picked up a lot of color nicely. So I'm kind of like just dabbing it like this, just to get my shape. And then I'm gonna lightly buff it. I wanna hate these brushes because they gooped me, but, and they're liars, liars. Maybe I'll clean that up with some powder. I don't know. My skin's looking a little patchy than it normally does. I think it's just because of the tools I'm using and I'm not used to using these. I'm gonna take this and buff it. I don't know if this was like meant to be like a cream, but I'm not mad at it. I like how it buffs things out and it picks up a lot of color. To contour my nose, I'm going to go in with the 235 Contour Shader, which is just like an angled brush. And when I looked at the other pictures, the other one was like thinner. A lot of them are very similar. They just look different. I always like to start like in this inner corner here and build up my shape. You guys, I'm really impressed so far. Looks really good. I'm just gonna go in with the Luxe Face Focus and dust everything off. I mean, it's a little small than what I normally use. Normally I just use like a big dual fiber brush. Like this one I could have used. Oh yeah. I like stippling brushes like this, dual fiber brushes, to buff and dust away powder, because then I can go in and diffuse everything and make it look not as harsh, but it still leaves me with product there. So far I like it, guys. This is the 125 stippling brush. I've been obsessed with this highlighter. You guys have seen it. This is the Master Chrome Molten Gold. You can see how much I've used it. I refuse to use this. Like, what is this? This is so flimsy. Like, no. This is the 129 Fan. I mean, it's soft. Let's test these bad boys out. And this is like a pretty pigmented thing. So if it doesn't work, I'm gonna be like, that's cute. I do want to try this though. This is the 105 Luxe Highlight, which is slightly denser, which I'm used to. Like mainly, I do really love, this is the A16 or A19, my thing has rubbed off. This is from Anastasia. I really love this brush to highlight. I don't know, it's not bad. For my Cupid's bow, I'm gonna use this little guy. It just gets right on top. Going in with the tip of this. Maybe that was too big for that spot. Actually looks pretty good. Little doot dot in the center. Yeah, that looks good. So far I'm not hating it. To bronze, I'm going to be going in with Matte Give Me Sun. And I think I'm going to use, this is the Luxe Face Definer. This is the 101. It's so soft, you guys. It's just like a thick, kind of pinched at the bristles. It picks up a lot of product, which is a good and bad thing. For me, I like a lot of product, but I have a heavy hand. Be very careful. But this is nice. It feels almost natural haired, which is like good for powder products. I'm not mad at it, guys. I feel like I keep saying that a lot, but I was really mad before, like really mad. But this is really pretty. I think I could get used to this brush. I like how big and soft it is too. I'm definitely gonna keep using this brush. Yes. Okay, so before we move on to brows, I'm gonna take, this is the 109 face brush. I'm gonna use this to clean up underneath my contour. I'm just gonna take a little bit of that powder again. Jaclyn Hill does this all the time, so I need to do it all the time. I'm just kidding. Come on, powder beard. With this brush, you definitely have to stipple it and pat it in. When you swipe, it doesn't really, just kind of removes the product. So I'm just taking that from my ear all the way to the corner of my mouth. Just to sharpen up that contour a little bit. And that bronzer, just because it got a little heavy. So since I didn't have a spoolie, I just took my BH Cosmetics spoolie and just combed through my brows. Make sure I get everything out. And I went in and added a little bit more powder. Kind of did the same thing just to clean up my nose contour. Snatched. I'm just going to go back in with that stippling brush and dust that rest of that powder off. Yeah, that looks really nice. I'm oily, so this works. I dust it off and then just buff whatever's left over. Since I am so oily, that extra bake / powder really helps the makeup last so much longer on myself. So they have two brushes for brows. This is the Winged Liner 317, which I personally would use for a brow. This one really has no angle. Compare it to my MAC 236, which is my favorite, which I normally use. You could see how, sorry it's so dirty, but you could see like it has, this one has no slant to it. I don't know. Maybe it would be good for wing liner. This is the kind of brush I use for my brows. They do have a brow liner brush. Yeah, this is a 322. But for me, it's a little too thick and stubby. Like, I just like a little bit more precision. So I'm just going to go in with this wing liner brush and test it out. I'm using my dip brow from Anastasia. I have to hurry because my freaking battery's dying again. I'm going for fuller brows today, a little bit more bushy, so I'm not going to clean them up. So I'm just going to let them rock. This brush did really well. It was very nice and precise. I did them pretty quick too. I kind of like the shape that they have. It's not too angled. It's not too flimsy either, which is important to me in brows, in a brow brush. You guys, so far, they're not bad. Like, for being fake brushes and being, who knows what they're made out of, so far they've all been working pretty well. Like, I'm happy with how my face looks and how my makeup's coming out. Okay, so let's move on to eyes and see how it goes. For my eyes today, I'm just gonna be using the Kat Von D Contour Eye Palette. That's really scummy. I'm gonna take the 220 Grand Luxe Shader, which is just like a flat brush, like this. And then I'm going to go in with this center shade, and I'm just going to pack this all over my lid just to help mattify and give us a base. I'm just going to sweep it on the whole area actually. Very lightly, especially like going up top. I don't like a lot of powder up there, but I do like it to kind of set the rest of that area. On days that I'm not like using eyeshadow primer, I don't always use eyeshadow primer. Usually on the daily I don't. Just when I'm like doing looks that like I need to last and I want my eyes to look fucking poppin' all day, I'll use a primer. But normally I just set it with the powder. Sometimes I don't even do that. Sometimes I just throw it on. Okay, so it really doesn't matter that this is perfect. It's just gonna give us a wash, something clean to start off with. These brushes seem like very, I don't know, kind of weird. Let's start off with the 134 Luxe Powder Fusion brush, which is just like a fluffy brush like this. I'm gonna go in with this shade here. Ooh, they're stiff. I don't like it. Start to sweep this. I'm gonna use this as kind of like a transition shade. With that same brush, I'm gonna go in with Give Me Sun from MAC. I just like a warmer crease color. It's just what I prefer on myself. This picks up a lot of color. Yeah, this picks up a lot of pigment, so be careful. If you're not that great with blending, just go in with smaller amounts of powder and that should help you. But it is blending it out pretty nicely. Just make sure you're always like doing small circles, do some windshield wipers, get them nice and smooth. I'm not tripping about this one either. I like this one. This is the Luxe Soft Definer, which is 227. This. And now I'm gonna go in with that first shade at the top of the palette. It's a lot, oh, this one is stiff. Why? I'm gonna stick that on my outer corner and work it in like this. So slightly lower where I took that first color, just to get some definition and some dimension. Just taking this. I like the shape of this brush, I gotta say. It's blending out pretty nice, and it's allowing me to be very precise with where I'm putting the color. Going back in with that first shade and a little bit more bronzer. I'm gonna buff out those edges. Maybe it would help if I wash these too. I mean, I don't know how they're gonna be after I wash them. I'm afraid they're just gonna literally fall apart, but I kind of have high hopes for them because just how they're blending now, and just maybe it will make them a little bit softer. Okay guys, for the sake of time, since my battery died and I like literally have no battery and I have to rush to work in like 10 minutes, I quickly popped on some lashes. These are the House of Lashes Iconic Lights, which are my absolute favorite. And then I did pop on a coat of brow gel, which is the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Yeah, let's move on. I've been really feeling not a heavy under eye lately. I used to like always, this was like my look. I did like slightly smoky up top, a big pair of lashes. I just like when my eyes look a little bit more almond. But for the sake of the video, and I want to try this brush, it's the 223 Petite Eye Blender, which looks like this. So it's just like a domed kind of brush. So I'm just gonna go in with this shade right here, very tip of it. I like that, like it's just getting on the tip and not all over the top of the brush. And then I'm gonna run this underneath my lash line. Before I do any like other mascara or anything, I'm going to spray my face with D-Slick from Urban. It's my favorite part. It's just so refreshing. It makes your skin look so good, and it makes your everything last longer. I'm not sure if I'm gonna pop on bottom mascara, but I am kind of filling an inner corner. So I'm gonna be using the 238 Luxe Shader Brush, which is just look like a flat brush like this. I'm gonna go in with my highlight that I used, which was that Molten Gold. Nothing crazy, just a little doot dot beat. Pop on a quick coat. Oh, my battery's dying again, you guys. Canon batteries die so fast and they take forever to charge. I'm gonna be going in with No Shade from Dose of Colors, which is a light nude. And while that's settling, I'm gonna go in with Oak lip liner from MAC. Okay, so not really what I would like to do, but I have to rush. To like smooth everything out, I'm gonna take the 330 lip color brush, small lip brush, and just kind of take it and smooth everything. A lot of the times when creamy lipsticks dry, you can see the lip liner like a lot more harsh. We need a gloss, hold on. Taking 101P from Let Me Go Forever, which is my favorite. I'm running out of it, you guys, it's so low. But this is my absolute favorite lip gloss. My favorite formula, my favorite color. Cute. I forgot I wanted to throw on a little bit of cheek color. I'm gonna take the Hourglass Ambient Light. Sorry, it looks so dirty. I'm gonna take this blush right here, kind of swirl it around. Just a little color. Yay, I love it. Okay. Are we good? I think we're good. So my final thoughts on this brush set is, I like it. You guys, altogether, this cost me $150. I think about it and I'm like, okay, I want to say I recommend buying from them just because they're overseas. They're not ZOEVA brushes, even though they say they are, even though they're good brushes. I think, honestly, if I could start over again, I would just save an extra $100 and get the actual ZOEVA brush set. Because I already spent that much, you know, and with all the hassle and not knowing exactly what you're getting. And some of these aren't the best quality, I'm going to say it. So if you were thinking about investing in a good brush set, I would just save up and invest in that one. You guys, brushes are a big deal. Sometimes if you get a product that's really good and you have the wrong tool, it could look patchy, it could look splotchy, it won't apply right, but the right set of brushes will change your world. Some of my favorite brushes, and I know that I will use again, I kind of really liked this for contour. This is the 110 Face Shape. Honestly, you guys, like, my face looks good. Like, I'm obsessed with it. Everything looks nice and flawless. Everything applied well. I mean, some of these I won't use. I'll go back to my normal things, but some of these I'm like excited to incorporate in my normal routine. I think it's gonna help me. I love the finish effect of everything. That nose, you guys, that nose contour brush, where is it? This contour shader, I'm obsessed with this nose brush. I will definitely be using this. Oh, that really big, where is it? The really big powder brush. I really love this for bronzer. I love how it just diffused everything. It's not harsh. Ooh, I love it. Okay guys, that's it. Let me know what your favorite brush set is, what your favorite brushes are. Just comment down below. I need help finding brushes. I love new brushes. Let me know what video you want to see next. If you enjoyed this video, I have 2 more lined up that I'm like really excited about and I can't wait to get out. I also have my vlog from Orlando and Disney World with my family and John. So stay tuned to that. I don't know if you're going to see that first or this first. But yeah, I'm feeling this look, you guys. All my social media links are down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video if you enjoyed it and if you enjoy me. Yeah, that's about it. I love you guys so, so, so much. And remember to keep your happiness first. Bye, guys.